Lunistus is a highly compressed and highly refined 3D platformer. It presents a prompt, well-balanced experience that leaves the player begging for more. While Lunistus doesn't push its gameplay as far as it likely could, it's hard to argue against the excellence with which it's executed. Gameplay is level-based across several world themes. These worlds generally focus on a particular mechanic, grind rails, ribbon-driven platforms, etc. Each world is split into 2 levels, and while levels can generally be completed fairly quickly, there are a lot of optional collectibles to hunt down in addition to a high score system for replayability. The limit of 2 levels per world, however, ensures that no one mechanic ever outstays its welcome. On the contrary, at times I wished there were more stages in some worlds, as mechanics felt as if they could be explored more deeply given the time. That is, overall, the most significant flaw in Lunistus. It can often feel as if you're only scratching the surface of what has the potential to be a much deeper game. Platforming itself feels extremely responsive. There is a smoothness and weight to the movement that feels very natural. For example, turning while running doesn't just immediately redirect you, but rather arcs you into a turn. Your moveset is limited to a double jump and a spinning attack. The spinning attack can also be used at the end of a double jump to gain some extra glide distance, or simultaneously to gain additional height. The Switch release of Lunistus feels flawless on a technical front. The intentionally mid-90s inspired art presents low-poly models and low-resolution textures, with an optional CRT filter to add to the effect. The frame rate maintained a very consistent 60 frames per second throughout my playthrough. Loading times were also prompt. The whole game feels extremely well tailored to experiencing on the Switch, with no performance difference between docked and handheld play. Lunistus is an expertly designed 3D platformer that succeeds at pretty much everything it sets out to do. Stages are well designed and replayable, platforming feels tight and responsive, and performance is perfect. Its only significant failing is how quickly it comes to an end, with many of its best ideas feeling underexplored. Lunistus feels like a tease of a hopefully much grander sequel that I can't wait to play. This video is made possible by our generous supporters on Patreon. Did you know that Nintendo World Report is funded directly by fans like you? When you support Nintendo World Report on Patreon, you get immediate access to multiple exclusive podcasts every month, exclusive Discord channels, an early look at select content, and more, all for as little as $1 a month. Check out patreon.com/NWR for all the details.